Welcome to the 70th episode of India Music Industry World. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian John Harwood.
Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I've tried to connect with you here because, we can just like video call too, so I can interact
Yeah,
with
I
you here.
I tried
How's
to
it
get
going?
not bad. I tried to get on, but it was taking me to a white page, and I was confused. And then I finally got on, but I think it was too late.
Yeah, but I was waiting you. I absolutely love your music. You're incredible.
Oh,
There's
thank you so much.
so much. Tell me everything. As you started from a very young, which is the right moment when you realized that you were good for become an artist in your career.
I just like, I mean, I never had a lesson, never had a guitar lesson, never had a vocal lesson. I was just really shy, and I had a guitar at home, and I just picked it up and started writing my own songs, and I fell in love with the writing process and just making noise. And I mean, one thing led to another, and I still don't like my voice and everything else, but I love to play and I love to write, and I mean, it's in my blood.
It's in your blood, yeah. And you picked your first guitar very young too.
Yeah, 11 years old. 11
Yeah.
years old. I found it laying around the house. I think it was my older brothers or something. And I just kind of picked it up and I brought it in my room and I just started teaching myself, you know?
Which are your first songs you played? That inspired you to write.
It was probably a Def Leppard song, or at the time, probably Bon Jovi or Def Leppard or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, so, I mean, I fell in love with just all sorts of music, from country to rock to
Rock.
metal,
Yeah.
everything.
That's something when you got that kind of stuff that are amazing, and you mix that kind of style so good, and it's
Oh, thank you.
impressive. Congrats so much. How did Ontario, your hometown, shaped your music?
Yeah, I mean, it was like when I grew up, I mean, sitting in the back seat of the pickup truck with my brother and sister, my parents would always play country music like Alan Jackson, Alabama, Randy Travis, Garth Brooks. So it really, I grew up with the whole country and the love of songwriting and the stories and the songwriting. But as I grew up, my brother Joe and my uncle Norm, they were listening to bands like, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses, Metallica.
Yeah.
So it showed me a whole different side. So I started really getting into music like that, and I just learned to be very open with all sorts of music. I think the first CD I ever bought on my own was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have love for everything from pop to classical to metal to country, so I just love music. I love
Yeah.
music.
As you started with a band, the Kansas Stone, how was the process from being in a band and then starting your solo career?
Yeah, I mean, the whole Kansas Stone things, we're still good buddies and stuff. I mean, I wrote everything for Kansas Stone as well. It's just, I mean, it was so hard to, it was around 2019, and it was going into COVID, really. I mean,
Yeah.
where it was harder to do stuff and ask everybody's permission and see what they like, what I was writing. And so I just started writing whatever I wanted, and then I started putting it out under my own name. And it's just, I mean, still some of the guys for Kansas Stone, Matt Davey and stuff, they still play with me on my solo stuff. So
Yeah.
just with a different name on it. So not a huge change, because I still wrote the songs and I was the face of the band. But I mean, it just gave me the freedom when I switched over to the Brian John Harwood. It just gave me the freedom to be myself and write more personal songs to me, instead of trying to write songs that fit the whole band. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah. I love When the Devil Whispers. It's a banger. It's amazing. How was the writing process of the song?
That one was, I just had the idea in my head, and I actually came to Nashville. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee right
Yeah.
now. Um, and then I was in Nashville, and I just sat down with my producer, Dustin Bird, and I had the idea, and our buddy Jesse Slack, and we just kind of just chased that high energy, like really dug into my rock roots, and it's
Yeah.
still country, but it has that rock edge to it, you know. Um, and then it was nice to see. I kept getting tagged in posts from Italy, and I watched a line dancing competition, and they're all dancing to Right Side of the Dirt. It was really cool.
Yeah, I love the video. The video is massive. It's incredible. How was the idea of the video too? How much it's hard for you to represent your music in a videos, to represent the concept of the song.
For Devil Whispers,
Yeah.
yeah, for Devil Whispers, I mean, I just wanted something different that nobody else was doing. I mean, um, I just it's hard. I was just sitting there one day listening to the song, and I'm like, you know what? I really picture me, coming home after a night out, of drinking and staying out late and stuff, and coming in hungover, and like how like almost like the devil was whispering to me all night, and like I've had enough. So for the video, I dressed in a suit with like pulled the tie down and just messed my hair up really messy, and
Yeah. There's one thing in your music is that I feel the authenticity. How much it's hard to take, just like in a songwriting process, the authenticity with crafting something that is not personates broadly. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. It Yeah, I try to be real with my music, man. I just I love to write, and I love to be as real as possible. Like each song is a little chapter of my life, or my little baby. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you write the song, and it's so personal to you that you try to give it everything you got, from the production of it to the music video to the artwork, everything. So um yeah, I just try to keep it as authentic to me as I can. I do that with all my songs and all my projects.
Right. How when you write, how do you decide what kind of style the track gotta goes? If just like it can become maybe more rock or more country.
Yeah, that's a good question, because I'm in studio right now recording 15 new songs, and we were just singing one of them, and we had the same conversation. I
Yeah.
said, I think we gotta. This one's turning out too heavy. I said we gotta like bring it down a little bit so it doesn't scare people off a bit. I mean, like, part of me is like, yeah, just go full out with it, but I mean, I like to have a nice balance of both country and my rock influences. So
Right.
I mean, it depends on the song, on how far you can take it and how far you want to go each way, right?
Right. Is there some just new style that you will like to experiment on maybe on new songs?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said before, I love all music. So I know in the past I've experimented on songs like Hotter Than Summer, a little bit of reggae and a little bit of rock, and I've done like my songs like Tell You What with a little bit of hip hop and stuff. I mean, like, we've talked about it, and we'd like to add a little bit of orchestra or choir in one or two songs. Add a little bit of classical, maybe. You
Wow.
know,
I can't wait
yeah,
to listen. You've
yeah.
done a lot of collaboration with a lot of Canadian artists. Is there maybe some artists that you feel more inspired with, that could maybe represent your music? Your
Yeah.
your vision of music.
I mean, I love collaborating with all artists. I love collaborating. Period. I have worked with a lot of Canadian country artists in my previous stuff, but moving forward, I'm excited for the collaborations that are going to be happening on the new album. A lot of Americans, and just people I grew up really loving to listen to, and I mean, I'm excited. I'm not going to drop any names, but
Yeah.
I'm super excited, and it's going to be definitely a new step for me.
Which is your most big challenges you have to take in your career?
I mean, some challenges I've just, the more you play, I love playing live, but I mean, some challenges are like, for example, last week I had 4 shows in a row, and then I had to jump on a plane to come to Nashville to sing. But I mean, I only had maybe 5 hours sleep in 3 days. And then when I got to Nashville, I tried singing and my voice was not working because of being overtired and,
Yeah.
and not taking care of it. So one big challenge for me is, I mean, just forcing me to slow down and rest when I can. You know what I mean? Try to get as much sleep when you can. Shut off the brain and lay down. It's hard to do, but I think that's one of the biggest challenges I'm facing right now.
Yeah, so as you got a big career, what does the success mean to you now, right now, maybe just like than the 5 or 10 years ago?
I mean, it's definitely changed from 5 to 10 years ago. I mean, but I still look at success as in the little things. I mean, if I could change one person's day, I mean, I've done my job. That's success to me. When I get a message on Instagram, or I get a message saying, your song really helped me get through the death of my father, or really helped me, I just lost my dog, or if they can relate to my music and it changes their life a little bit, like if it can like brighten their day in any way or help them, I mean, I've done my job. To me, that's success.
Yeah, and we can feel it because you're amazing. How much it's hard to represent the sound of the music from live shows to the studio, and I feel the authenticity, that kind of feeling that it's amazing. How much it's hard to do that.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
And that's one
welcome.
thing that I'm trying to do, because I love to play live, and I mean, I'm so comfortable on stage, and I love my live sound. So we try to. It's hard to capture that once you're in studio, because everything's so, pinpointed on you and so spotlighted, right? So it's
Yeah.
hard to capture that. But I mean, this last 5-6 days we've been recording vocals. I've been really trying to just pretend I'm on stage, and close my eyes and sing it as if there's people in front of me, and like I'm connecting with them.
Right, which is the message that you want that people take from your music?
I mean, probably just enjoy life and go for it. If there's something you want to do in life, go for it. Take a chance.
Right.
I mean, I'm a big believer of just get up and do it. You never know. I'd rather fail 100 times than regret not trying once. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and the message I try to to spread is, my voice, my image, my playing. I'm not perfect, but I mean, if the passion is there and the want is there,
I tell
it
you
can take
that
you
in
places.
music you're more than perfect. No,
Thank you
that's
so
so
much.
true. I hope you can just like back to Europe and perform there. You got a big career. So
I'm
great
planning
story,
on coming
man.
out. I'm planning out to come out to Italy. I'm going to be out in Europe in the new year, around the States, around Canada. I want to get out as much as possible. So.
Yeah, we'll come to see you live because you're incredible. Really, congrats so much.
I would love that.
Thank you so much for the interview. You rock.
Thank you so much.
You gotta support totally. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. Have a good day.
All right. See ya.
Bye.